Hello students, today I am going to explain the complex representation of AC using J operator. First we have to know what is J operator. Just like mathematical symbol multiplication, addition, subtraction and division etc. are used with number for indicating certain operation to be performed. Likewise, the J operator is a mathematical operator which, when multiplied with any vector, rotates that vector by 90 degree in anticlockwise direction. The J operator has a value exactly equal to root of -1. So, successive multiplication of j, j square, j cube will result in j having the following values of -1, -j and +1. For example, when operator j operate on vector e is get new vector je. This new vector je is displaced from the origin value e by 90 degree. If the j is applied on the vector je, the new vector j square e will be 180 degree apart in anti-clockwise direction for the original value e. So here the figure clearly shows the j operator operate on a certain vector. When we operate the vector, the j vector on a vector, it's rotate through an angle of 90 degree in anti-clockwise direction. If again operate this vector by j operator, it's rotate through an angle of 180 degree. Then multiply this vector by an j vector, it's rotate an angle of 270 degree. If you again applied an j vector on this vector, it's come to its initial value. In each successive rotation, the magnitude of vector always remains the same. Then, what are the significance of this J operator? Particularly in electrical engineering, the J operator has a great significance and application. You will encounter this operation in electrical motors, power system, AC generators, etc. As we know that impedance of a circuit is a complex quantity, that is, it has a real part and imaginary part. Real part signifies resistive portion, whereas imaginary part denotes reactance part of impedance. Has current through reactance, it is log or leads the voltage by 90 degree. Therefore, this reactance is represented by J operator. Thus, the current through the resistance remain in phase with voltage. Hence, the resistance is taken as the reference and reactance is rotated with respect to this reference. When operator operate with J operator, then the impedance Z can be written as Z is equal to R plus the Jx. Next, we will move on to response of LCR circuit fed with alternating EMF, or the derivation of expression for current and impedance in LCR circuit using J notation. Let us consider the inductor, capacitor and resistance are connected in series with AC source of EMF V is equal to V naught sin omega t. When we applied EMF to the circuit, then the current flows in the circuit, then there is a voltage drop across an individual components. Then according to Ohm's law, we know that the voltage drop across individual component is given by V is equal to IR. When the current passes through the resistance, then there is current and voltage are in phase, then the voltage drop across the resistance can be written as VR is equal to IR. When the current passes through the inductor, then the voltage leads the current by 90 degree and it is given by JIXL, where XL is called inductive reactance. When the current passes through the capacitor, so here the voltage drop across the capacitor is VC is equal to minus JIXC. In this case, the voltage lags the current by 90 degree and it is represented by minus J. Now applying Kirchhoff law to the circuit, then the V is equal to VR plus VL plus VC. We know the value of VR plus VL plus VC. Substitute the value here. VR is equal to IR plus VL is equal to JIXL. VC is equal to minus JIXL. Here in this case, here we can take it as positive J, because when current passes through the inductor, here voltage leads the current by 90 degree. So that's why here we taken as positive sign. When the current passes through the capacitor, here the voltage lags the current by 90 degree. So that's why here we can take as negative sign, minus J. Now take I as a common, then equation become V is equal to I into R plus J into XL minus XC. Just cross multiply it. I is equal to V by R plus J into XL minus XC. If you put R is equal to Z cos phi, where Z is the impedance of the circuit and phi is the phase difference between applied voltage and current, and put XL minus XC is equal to Z sin phi, call it as equation number 3. Squaring and adding equation 2 and 3. When squaring the equation 2, we can get R square is equal to Z square cos square phi. When squaring the equation 3, there we can get XL minus XC whole square is equal to Z square sin square phi. By adding these two equations, here we can get R square plus XL minus XC whole square is equal to Z square, or Z is equal to root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Now divide the equation 2 and 3, then here we can get the phi is equal to tan inverse of XL minus XC by R, or the equation 1 become I is equal to V by Z cos phi plus J into Z sin phi, because substitute the value of R and XL minus XC. Here we can get I is equal to V by Z cos phi plus J into Z sin phi. Now here we can take Z as a common. Then I is equal to, we know the value of V, that is V naught e to the power I omega t. Then I is equal to V naught e to the power I omega t by Z into cos phi plus J sin phi. It is in complex form. Okay, then this equation can be written as I is equal to V naught e to the power I omega t by Z e I phi. So this can be written as E I phi. When E I phi is goes to the numerator, then I is equal to I naught e to the power I omega t minus phi. So this is an expression of the current that flows through the resistance, capacitance and inductance. And Z is called the impedance of the circuit, and it is given by Z is equal to root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. In AC, the impedance of the circuit, it is defined as the combined opposition of resistance, inductance and capacitance for the flow of current is called impedance of the circuit. So finally, the current in the circuit is given by I is equal to I naught sin omega t minus phi. Thus, the current lags behind the voltage by an angle phi. Suppose in the circuit, if you assume the inductive reactance is greater than the capacitive reactance. When inductive reactance is greater than capacitive reactance, so in the equation, the phi is become positive, which means that the current lag behind the applied voltage by an angle phi, or what we say in other words, the voltage leads the current by an angle phi. If in the circuit inductive reactance is less than the capacitive reactance, then the phase is negative. Hence, here the current leads the applied voltage by an angle phi, or the voltage lags the applied voltage lags the current by an angle phi. If in the circuit inductive reactance is equal to capacitive reactance, then the circuit becomes purely resistive. Then there is no phase difference exists between the inductance and capacitance. Then I is equal to I naught sin omega t. So in such cases, the current and voltage are in phase with each other.